Emma, you want to go to a comic book store tomorrow?
But comics are too expensive.
Well, tomorrow they're for free!
Yay!
Thanks for clicking on the video, and here on Nerd Mimic, I'm doing a quick PSA for the month of May. This weekend on May 3rd is going to be Free Comic Book Day. I made announcements about this before in the years previously, usually on the day of, but sometimes when you guys watch the videos, it might be a little bit too late. So this time I decided to make it a little bit earlier, just give you a heads up warning so you can plan ahead. There are 45 titles announced to be released free for this day, and before I show you each one of them, I want to make a quick announcement about the channel. I know some of you guys are looking forward to my next Marvelous May giveaway, and I will do the posting of that video on May 7th. Previously on the channel, we gave away a complete run of Volume 2 and 3 of Red Sonja from the 80s. We also handed out multiple Marvel United game boxes, I believe 6 of them, including 2 Deadpool ones, and most recently we had a giveaway for the Marvel What If series. Our upcoming free Marvel giveaway on May 7th will be board game related, and if you don't want to miss out on that announcement, please sub up if you haven't done so already, and maybe consider hitting that notification bell. Now let's move on to the comic books announced. I should correct myself, there are 46 titles, not 45. And these announcements were actually made in November 2024. Which comic books will actually be released this weekend, I'm not entirely sure because of the tariffs and all the wonkiness with the economy right now. You might have to confirm the titles with your local comic book store prior to going there. Let's start off with the gold tier comics. These are the ones heavily sponsored by the publishing company to help promote this day. Of course, we have the classic Archies. And you can see this last one here, Fantastic Four X-Men. That's probably one I'm going to look out for the most. There are multiple other Marvel titles listed. You'll see them scroll along in a bit. There's this Minecraft one. That's the manga, not the movie comic, the manga one. Another notable title is this Spider-Man Ultimate Universe, issue number 1. So that's another strong one to look out for. There's also Thundercats, if that strikes your fancy. We're moving on to the silver tier comics. These are less heavily subsidized, and you might not see each of these titles in your store, so just be aware of that. Interesting thing as I scan this list is I don't really notice any DC titles. The titles listed only number up to 38, so there's several missing. I don't know if that's because maybe DC hasn't decided which ones it might release for the promotion. You can see more Marvel titles here. The Ironheart title is probably another strong title to get. Maybe DC is actually skipping this whole event. I'm not entirely sure. You can see a number of Star Wars titles here if that interests you. One title I might get just out of interest is the last one shown here. It's the Will Eisner biography. I think that might be sort of cool to look at. And that's it. Which titles will you get? Usually the number of comics you can pick is limited per person, so you might bring some friends or family along with you. I'm definitely going to bring the whole family with me and grab a pile of comics.